Shelley Hofberg is a clairvoyant, medium, pet psychic, and tarot reader. She does not ask for the details about your life, but primarily relies on her gift of clairvoyance to receive the psychic insights that will be the most helpful to you about your soulmate, relationships, money concerns, and your career path. As a pet psychic, she will receive insights about what your pet or pets wants you to know. As a medium, she will connect with your loved ones on the other side. Shelley Hofberg is the host of the Psychic Horizon radio show, produced by Goldilocks Productions and presented on Blog Talk Radio, Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Shelley brings together the pioneers and visionary teachers to share with you some of the most enlightening knowledge that is out there today to expand your horizons and open the path to higher consciousness.
Welcome to the Psychic Horizon Show. I'm your host, Psychic Shelley Hofberg, and today's special guest is psychic healer, musician. He does other things too, Cris Blakk, and he will be talking about himself and giving you information about his upcoming psychic fair that will be in Long Beach, California on June 15th. There'll be psychics, healers, vendors who have a DJ, who have an art exhibit, who have food. So this is going to be a very special event. So for all of you who are in the Southern California area, this is the one you can't afford to miss. And Cris Blakk will give you information about his fair. And before I bring on Cris Blakk, I just want to make a few announcements. I'm going to be at in Belmont Shores. I forget the name of the place, but they have the Psychic Roundtable, and they offer, and it's only donations to get the reading. I'm going to be at Cris Black's fair on June 15th, and on Saturday, June 22nd, I'm going to be at PetCon doing psychic readings. They're in downtown Los Angeles, and you could bring a photograph of your pet or bring your pet. The readings are free. Please check my calendar on www.psychichorizon.com to find out about all upcoming events. The names of the events are where the events are, and the addresses and location are there. I do a lot of events, and I do things in Long Beach and Orange County, California. So I just wanted to share that with you. So I'm now ready to bring on my, and I just wanted to give you my radio guest. For June, Akashic Records, Bill Foss will be on my show. Brian Ross will be back. Send him prayers. He hasn't been feeling well. And a soul coach, numerologist, destiny card reader, Jeremy Ryden will be back on the 20th. And I'll have Michael Espinozo, who is a medium and clairvoyant, on June 27th. So thank you. So I'm now ready to bring on my guest, Cris Blakk. Hello, Cris Blakk.
Hey, how you doing, Shelley? What's going on?
Just really busy, and I'm doing Facebook Live tomorrow, so I wanted to people to...
Yeah, I hear you're going to all those fairs.
Yes, I do a lot of events, and I'm going to be doing Facebook Live. Tiffany White Sage Woman is my manager and show producer, and I hire, and she does all my marketing. So please go to Facebook Live because I'll be doing free psychic readings. It's go to Psychic Shelley Hofberg. Go to my webpage, Psychic Shelley Hofberg, because I'll be doing free psychic readings, and I'm looking, forward to doing readings for you on Facebook Live as well as doing readings for you today. Cris, why don't you tell people about yourself?
I'm from the East Coast, tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. My family all over there, all over the East Coast. I grew up born-again Christian, so as you could imagine, this stuff was pretty tough for me. I wasn't, there's a lot of people in the metaphysical community that are blessed that kind of like grow up with this stuff, and I definitely wasn't. I was totally when I first came into this, I was I'm older. It was only like 6 or 7 years ago. So, in a way, like because of all the hardcore teaching of like the Christian way of being, they put fear into you. So I was very skeptical. I was very scared, believe it or not. I was very uncomfortable at first, but little by little, I came into it. I used to be an iron worker in New York City and New Jersey, and I used to hang out in Hoboken and all over the place, and come from a big family, religious. It was just one of those fast-paced environment lives, a lot of stress, a lot of the adults, and a lot of people. They're very, very hard and very harsh, and so that's the way I grew up. And when I came to California, it was a huge culture shock, and if you could imagine, it was just kind of hard for me at first to get along because people were just totally like I just maybe I might have shocked people, but for the most part, I'm really glad to be here, and I decided to, go into the arts and fulfill my talents like writing and music and especially all this metaphysical, stuff, whether it's whatever anybody wants to call it, witchcraft, sorcery, magic, enlightenment, new age, whatever, I just see it all as the same thing, even though I know it's not all exactly the same, but it's fun, it's beautiful, and I'm glad to be here in California. I'm glad to be here with my partner Kendra, and we're trying really hard to the purpose of Monarch Blood Entertainment, which is our events coordinator, is to bring all the cultures together, bring everybody together, for unity. And we came up with a couple events a couple years ago, musical performances, and I always wanted to do a fair with psychics, and I've been trying to get off Ambilight for like 3 years, and it just kept getting botched. A lot of crazy things happened to me, which is, it's in the spiritual realm. They say it's obvious that these things happen because you're trying to do good and you're trying to bring people together, and all of a sudden these things, sometimes you get attacked and, things start getting messed up in your life. So I learned not to take it too personally. And like I said, I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I'm being able to help people. Even though I was a Christian as a kid, I always had the intent to help people. And I never thought in a million years that I would ever be able to heal anybody, because I thought it was just, something special. Like when I used to believe in God, I used to believe that, you have to be special and you have to, not everybody can do it, but that's not true. And, I'm just, like I said, I'm here and I'm ready to do what I got to do to, raise the consciousness of the community with my partner and my circle and my friends, and you too, Shelley. And
thank you.
And I'm just glad, I'm glad I'm meeting everybody, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Welcome. And Cris, before I start our interview, let's take our first caller, which is area code 505. Hello, 505.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello.
Thank you.
Hi. And who do we have the pleasure of speaking to?
My name is Patricia.
Hi, Patricia.
Hey, Patricia. How you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you.
And Patricia, what was your psychic question today?
My question is, I had to release a sister of mine, a very toxic sister of mine, about a year ago, and the words ended not in very good terms. She said some really hateful things to me, and she's been very toxic all my life, very abusive, and I wanted to find out how that's going to fare going forward. I've released her. I told her never to ever talk to me ever again because it always ends up in toxicity.
Right.
And I really need for this to be cleared, and I want to know that she's going to learn from it.
Right. Let me ask you something. This is I hope you don't get please don't ever be offended by anything I say. I just want to ask you a question. Why are you wondering about her?
The reason is because this is a long-standing thing. This has been going on all my life, and I'm in my 50s, so the energy is still there. And I can sometimes psychically pick up on her attacks. And so it's there. I mean, I'm doing my best to let it go. I just so happened to call in today because,
The reason why I asked was because you had just said that the last thing you said to her was, don't ever talk to me again.
Right.
And if you understand, we're all in this metaphysical community, you understand that your word is power. And that when you said that sealed the deal.
Yeah.
The thing is that what you may have to do is you may have to question your heart, because the fact that the truth is you got to come to the honest point and say, the reason why I really want to know is because I care about her and I love her. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't be asking about her.
No, I don't like her.
Oh, you don't love her?
Absolutely not.
So then, this is where I'm a little bit kind of worried. I mean, if you say these things, I don't understand why you want to know about it. I mean, I'm going to tell you this. This is what I'm reading. I'm reading that you're in your heart. You have to face that I'm not telling you how to feel. I'm telling you what I'm reading, and I'm saying that if you had said to this person, that's it, it's done. And then you come back, you're drawing that energy back. Listen, when you think about somebody a lot, you draw that energy. Sure, people, absolutely, I believe you when you tell me that you feel her thoughts, or you feel her, her throwing at you. And that's okay, because that happens a lot to everybody with all the same situation where you got two people that don't get along. So I just want to make you, I just want to, how do I say this? I just want to paint that picture for you that shows you that if you're still wondering about it, it's because you do care. So there's two things that have to happen. Either you forgive her or you go on. Because the truth is, there's nothing that she can think of or do really that's going to really harm you. You put up your protection. You do protection, or you maybe light a candle, or you pray, or however you do it. And you clear your energy, you cleanse, and you're fine. There's nothing going to happen to you. But if you keep continuing to think about it, it's because you're drawing that. And that's what I have to say about that.
Okay.
I feel, Patricia, that your sister has always been jealous and competitive with you, even when you were children.
Yes.
Somehow she feels that the family loves you more, that you're the good girl, and she's the bad girl, and she's always been jealous and competitive of you. And I think that she's a very toxic, angry person. I don't think she's well. I think she may be having, mental issues, mental problems. There could be some kind of mental illness that she has that the family's not aware of. And she may also be having some health problems. She's not well. I'm picking her up not well. I don't think that she's going to contact or bother you because she knows that she's kind of burned the bridge with you, and she knows that, and and you've made it very clear to her that you don't want a relationship with her. It doesn't look like she has a relationship with the family. It looks like she's on her own. But because she's, having mental issues and some physical problems, I see her leaving you alone, so all you could do is bless her and release her into the white light of God. She's not going to bother you because she's just going for her own stuff.
Okay.
I do feel that she's angry that you don't want anything to do with her, but you have no choice because she was toxic and she kept harassing you and doing things to you.
Yes.
I feel something with a child. Does she want a child or does she have a child?
Oh, no, she has children. She has children.
I see something with a child. I feel she's having difficulties with one of her children.
Okay, makes sense.
And I think it might be a daughter. It may be like an older child that she's having difficulties with. So she's not going to contact you. So
okay.
You need to let this go. You need to let this go and go on with your life. You have the rest of your family because with all the stuff she's going through, I just don't think she's going to bother you.
Okay.
And Cris, how can Patricia get a hold of you if she wants a session? Either a healing session or psychic session, or
I do that. I do counseling and healing, and I could help you a lot. My number is 562-513-8078.
Okay.
And call me.
And if you need, go ahead, Cris. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's what I was just gonna say. I was just gonna say that you can call me and get started on, because I do, like I said, the reason why I said those things is because I've been there, and I've had tons of relationships like that. I have an uncle who is absolutely toxic, but I know for sure that the only way that things become worse in how I feel about the situation is that I think about it, and that I draw it, when I start to think about it, I draw it towards me. And that's how that works. So that's exactly, like I said, the best thing for you to do is just cleanse, do your cleanses however you do them, get sun, get moonlight, do a lot of Reiki, Qigong, or Prana, whatever it is that you prefer. Cleanse your chakras, meditate a lot, and you will, whenever these things come up, because I'm going to tell you, it's normal, it's humanly normal to feel a little anxiety or a little anxiousness from past relationships that you already let it go, So like I agree with Shelley, the best thing to do is let it go and don't think about it.
Yeah. Well, I needed to call today because I needed a confirmation.
Good.
It was confirming for me on a different level. And so I'm on my process. It's a process. It
Absolutely.
just doesn't happen overnight.
And nobody can tell you how long. You take as long as you want,
Yeah. So thank you. I very much appreciate the ratings today. Thank you, Shelley.
And Patricia, if I could help you, I'm at 818-744-5241, or you could go to my website, psychichorizon.com, and just let her go, dear, because honestly she has so much stuff going on, she's not going to bother you, and you're going to be fine.
Well, I thank you for that, because you did confirm that she did have some. I've suspected that she did have some mental instability. So thank you for that. That was a very big help to me to hear that. So thank you.
You're welcome, dear, and you have a good weekend.
And you also. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Take care, Patricia.
I'm now ready to continue. Before I continue our interview, Cris, with our interview, why don't you tell the callers, so those for those in Southern California will know about the Psychic Fair.
Okay. The Psychic Fair is called the Ambilight Fair, and is an all artisan and holistic fair. I try to mix it up because, I've been to so many fairs, and they're just really, a little kind of old-fashioned or just really too quiet for me. When you think about a fair, when you hear the word fair, it's a big event. It's like this big thing, And most fairs, especially where I'm from, they're always like huge with rides and all kinds of booths and stuff like that. And I wish I could do something like that. But I like the fact that I can put this. We're slowly putting this little fair together. It's not a huge fair. It's only going to be 4 hours. It's downtown Long Beach, a block up from the beach, from Broadway, and it's in a big, beautiful church that's shaped like a coliseum. It's called the Grace United Methodist Church, and it's on 3rd and Juanapero. It's going to be Saturday, June 15th, from 1:30 to 5:30. We're going to have 2 amazing speakers, Michelle Lorena and Kundan Chabra. And these people are so, wow, these are, some of my favorite people that I've followed and I have learned from. I worked with Michelle Lorena. She has a school, and I don't know if it's still going on, but I know it was maybe last year or 2 years ago. I used to teach on her in her online school. It was really cool. I enjoyed it, and I still offer teachings. I'm not teaching anymore at the moment, but I am offering teachings. And besides that, there's those 2 speakers are going to be speaking for 15 minutes each. And then that's when the fair is underway, and we have vendors. We have all different kinds of vendors. We have African art. We have pagan accessories. We have there's just so much. I can't remember it all right this second, but there's beautiful vendors, and we have 6 psychics, amazing psychics. Each psychic is unique. Each one, I have met with or at least met with online, and 2 people I know from here locally that I've known for a while, and we have 2 healers, amazing healers. They're really like I've received healings by both of these people, and it's one is Reiki, and the other one is a massage intuitive healer. And boy, I tell you, man, if you come to the fair, I tell you right now, you either get one first and then the other one, in a row. If you get one healing Reiki and then get the massage, forget about it. Let me tell you something. You're going to be leaving there floating, and it's beautiful. And we currently, it was about maybe 3 weeks ago where we were kind of dead set with a DJ, and then the person couldn't make it. So currently we're looking for a DJ, and and one of the biggest things is that my partner Kendra, she's an artist, besides many other things, and she does art, and she loves to have all the artists come. So we are inviting many artists to come. The only thing is that we don't have those cages to hang up the art, but we're asking artists if they want to come and hang up their art for like 4 hours, that they try to do it themselves and take it down when it's over. So we're going to have art. We're going to have like a little, art. You're going to see art all over the place, art display, which is really cool. I love artists. I love art. I'm not an artist, but I love art, and I love that my girlfriend can draw and paint like that. Like, it's so beautiful. The other day, she made this amazing, like, metaphysical superhero, but she told me it had existed in a pantheon. So it's going to be really cool, man. It's not going to be like any other fair. We're going to have food. We're going to have a taco truck. I really tried to get this one taco truck that's like more vegan-like, because I know a lot of people in the metaphysical community really like vegetarian and vegan food. So I really tried to do it, but at the last minute, I had a lot of challenges in between, maybe like a month ago. So things were kind of hard for me. I had, in the beginning, I had a full set of psychics and everybody I wanted, and all of a sudden people started changing their mind, and people that I thought that were actually here actually moved away. And I had no idea, and I was like, oh, man, what am I going to do? And then I meet you, Shelley, and then Shelley, you kind of like saved the day. So it was kind of because of you that I don't know if you know this, but it's kind of because of you that this fair is going to go on, as far as the psychics are concerned. Yeah, because you led me to all these other people, and they called me, and I love them. I love all of them, all the psychics that are there. And the one thing about me is that I paid attention really close to a lot of years of being in different fairs, from Orange County to Tustin, Irvine, Anaheim, everywhere, and Los Angeles, up north. And one thing I come to realize is that the way the fairs are run, and sometimes it's unfair for some psychics, and I had always asked questions, not to be nosy, but because I'm kind of like always trying to seek justice. And so I had asked the psychics, and there's always some psychics that are like kind of like, a little bit disenchanted because they didn't make any money. And I think that's really weird, because if you can have all these people rush in, there's got to be some kind of split up. And so for me, I decided to make a fair where psychics are not going to be treated like that. Not in my fair. Absolutely not. And so everybody's going to make money. It's going to be really fun. I don't know why certain places they pick psychics that are really amazing, and they'll pick other psychics that are not really that good at all. Like, why pick them if they're not good? So I know all the psychics are good. So I know everybody's going to have a good time. There's not going to be no complaints. I also just want to make sure that the psychics are well taken care of, because, honestly, and I don't, when I say this, I don't mean, I'm not trying to say this and leave out the healers and the speakers and everybody else. Everybody, the vendors, the speakers, the healers, the psychics, everybody has talent, and nobody deserves to come to a place, invest their money on chance, and then be like, oh well, that's what I'm so concentrating on doing with this fair, because I know that the psychics and the healers and everybody's going to be very pleased, and they're going to come back again. I had been calling places for vendors, and I had this one person who, they didn't do nothing wrong, but they were just like, well, we're only going to come if you're going to be busy. And I was like, well, whatever. See, and that's not the attitude to have, because if everybody joins in and unifies, that's how you get the energy going, People are not going to join, and they're going to come around and snoop around just to see what's going on. I'm not going to, I don't want people like that in my circle, because then if something happens and people just dip out. But anyway, besides that, I'm really glad. Like I said, all the psychics and all the healers are really talented and really very, very strong and amazing. They've been doing it for a while. We don't have anybody that are just beginners, and I'm glad for that. And it took a lot to pull this the Ambilight Fair off. Like I said, I've been trying to do it for years. I came up with the name Ambilight because you probably think this is a little funny, but I always I pictured the Ambilight Fair to be a traveling fair, and that we go all over the place, and that I thought of the name Ambilight because I thought of like an ambulance. Like an ambulance goes and picks up the hurting person and takes them to the hospital. So I thought of Ambilight Fair as one big metaphysical, spiritual, energetic ambulance. And I put together those names, and that's what I came up with.
Awesome. And let's take our next, and please come to the fair for those of you who are in Southern California, because this is going to be a really good event, and I really feel it's going to be successful and ongoing, and that you'll be able to meet a lot of incredible, amazing people. So we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 678. Hello, 678.
Hi.
Hi,
hello.
and who do we have the pleasure of speaking to?
My name is Sophia, and I'm calling from Georgia.
Hi, Sophia. And Sophia, what is your question today?
First of all, do you need a specific question, or just can you do a quick general? Either or is fine with me.
I think it's better to have a question, so we could focus on it, because we only have a limited time to read the person.
I understand. Let's go with career. I just recently accepted a promotion on my job, and just want to get a good feel and insight from Spirit as to, I was a little hesitant about it, and so just what you get around that.
Well, first I want to say hello, Patricia. How you doing?
It's Sophia.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I said the name before. I'm very sorry about that. But Sophia, how you doing? How's everything?
I'm great. How are you? I'm
good. I'm glad to hear your voice, and I love Georgia, by the way. Can't wait to go visit there one day again. Georgia's a beautiful place. So I want to tell you that there's a lot of energy sparking with this job. How long have you been there?
I've been at this company for over 3 years.
Okay. And you can tell, like, there's, people, and you know how almost every job will go, you meet people, some people are cool, some people are weird, and some people
You're right,
stay away
that's everywhere, uh-huh.
Right. So the thing is that with this, I'm picking up on something, and it's just a small warning, but first I want to tell you that you're looking really good. Like, everything's looking really great. The one thing the spirits are saying is pay attention to the people around you, because some people are a little bit kind of funny, and there might be a male who is, kind of just cares about himself and may want to step in, maybe be a little bit, I don't want to say jealous, but kind of like, interested as to why you might, move up in the company or something like that, and they might come along and try to, sidewind you. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that they are showing really beautiful things, like for instance, the spirits are saying that there are people that are going to be helping you on the job, and I think you already know who they are. And then that they're saying to push with your abilities, like your talent and everything, like to push further, like not that you don't deserve to feel comfortable and relaxed on the job, Like, I'm not trying to say this to worry you, but don't stop trying to, you know, like, do your job. Like, you know how, like, if you get on a job and you've been there a while, you kind of relax a little bit because you feel good. You feel, you know, you're like secure. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mhm.
Okay, so what they're saying is, at you know, during this time while you got your raise and your, you know, whatever's going on, push yourself and like really like hone in and like almost as if you were going to gain the whole company, and that in the end you'll be very blessed by it. Just continue to seek your spirituality, like, you know, like to manifest things, you know. Like, I'm pretty sure you manifested this raise, right?
Well, actually, not really. I was hesitant to take it because they actually created this position just for me. This is my second promotion within a year at this company, and it was well earned, almost deadly earned, and that's literally.
Good.
Almost, I had to go out of work about 2 years ago from stroke because just working myself. I'm a workaholic. However,
okay.
I think they could sense that I was looking for. I'm no longer running after corporate America and chasing the mighty dollar. I'm all about a place of peace now and a good quality of life. So that is the reason I was hesitant to take this promotion. I see myself going back to 2 years ago. You know, sometimes how it is when you have someone good, you appreciate it, but they also will just overburden me.
Right.
So it's a double-edged sword. I don't work with any men besides my boss. So I decided to take it, and in the meantime, we all have options. You know, if I foresee this beginning to be too much again, where it takes away from my quality of life and I'm working 80 hours a week, then I know it's just time to move on to something else.
Okay. Well, this is what I want to tell you. Wow, that is something else, and I'm sorry you had to go through those things, but I will say this: one of the things that the spirits are saying with your spirituality is that the reason why they're saying, you know, go deeper into your spirituality because of your job or because, you know, your life and everything, is because of what you're saying is partially, not that's partially true, but you're right. You're right. They you know, sometimes you'll be in a place where you feel comfortable, and sometimes your boss or the company itself will throw things at you, and, you know, it's a little uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So what you want to do is you want to just strengthen yourself, you know, because you can strengthen yourself, and you don't have to overdo it. Like you could be a certain way, and then you can feel that anxiety, or you could feel that stress.
Oh, most definitely.
And you don't like it. Nobody likes it.
You're right.
But when we spiritually strengthen ourselves, we can push a little bit of that away enough to where we don't feel that burden, and we can continue. Because the truth is, nobody wants to give up a job and then go look for another job. But, you know, if they're gonna like treat you like, you know, like they're gonna whip you around, obviously you can't stay there. No place is worth, no job is worth any toxicity. However, we're spiritual beings too, and we have a super mind, and we can solve any problem. You've been through it already. You know what you can take. You know what you don't like. So just now, and I don't know why it just keeps going back. The spirit keeps saying, strengthen yourself, so you can.
I know what that is, and it's not for this job, but I get that message. I know what that is.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. And there's another thing too that's saying, even if you plan to just use your time here and get out later, don't be afraid to put yourself into it. Like they're showing a scene of to dig more into your creativity, because the creativity.
That is
this
true.
Is what I want to say.
That's exactly what this message is about. That's all I'll say. You are exactly right.
Right. And the thing is that they were saying creativity before, but I was afraid. I was like, why would he want me to be creative?
Okay, well, you brought
spiritual?
that up, so I'm going to validate something for you. Not only, and you're exactly right, I'm always grateful. I'm very grateful for, of course, the promotion. You know, most people look at it logically. Lady, are you crazy? You got 2 promotions in a year? But I'm not logical. I'm spiritual.
Hey, there you go.
So I don't want anything to distract me from what I know Spirit, what I came here to do, what I was born at this time to do. And being worked that way or taking on those type of hours would definitely distract me from what it is I am starting on the side very, very soon to be of service to Spirit.
Okay, good. Just be careful for anything. How do I say? The spirits are saying, I'm trying to think of what they're meaning by what they're saying. But they're saying, be careful in the end, be careful for anything too laid back.
Uh-huh.
Because it's not a warning, they're trying to warn you. They're just saying, be careful because you never know. You know?
No, you don't.
And when you're in a company, you know that a larger percentage is not spiritual.
Correct.
And some of them could be a little jealous and they want to catch you off guard and sideswipe you, you know? So
I appreciate it.
And that's why I said what I said. And so just continue with your spirituality and your creativeness and understand, you know what? Even though you're saying it might be for another job, give a little bit of that to this position, and do it strongly, because you know why, you're not going to regret it. Even if you're going to leave, you're going to leave good, and you're always going to have those people there. You know?
Thank you.
So I hope I was able to help.
You were.
Help you.
You were very helpful.
And, Chris, do you want to tell Sophie how to get in contact with you?
Yeah, sure. So if you ever want a healing or a chakra clearing, I do those things as well. Or another reading sometime. My number is 562-513-8078. I could do them online or over the phone, and however you like it.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you both.
Thank you for calling, dear. Bye-bye. We now have our next caller, which is area code 239. Hello, 239.
Hello.
Hi, and who do we have the pleasure of speaking to?
My name's Lana.
Oh, Yolanda?
Hey, how you doing, Lana?
I'm doing great, thank you. And I'm calling from Florida. And a specific question is what you're looking for, and I would like to go in the area of my love relationship that I'm looking for, and I'm wondering if you see anything coming in for me shortly. And can you tell me something about that?
You said you don't have a relationship, or you do have a relationship?
I'm not in a relationship now.
You're not in a relationship. Okay.
No, I would like to be.
See, the thing is, not every couple that comes together the same way. You know, not every person that finds love the same way.
Yes,
you know,
true.
Sometimes, you know, people say, well, if I'm going to have somebody, I want a true love, and I want them to come to me, and sometimes it doesn't happen that way. Sometimes you got to put yourself. When I say this, it sounds very worldly, and I don't mean to make it sound bad, but when I say you got to put yourself out there, but don't take that as a negative thing. Like, you know, you could put yourself out there in nice things and positive events and positive things, and you go out and, you know, you place yourself in situations. Hey, sometimes people meet in the weird situations. Like, you could be like walking out of a bookstore and you drop a book and somebody picks it up and he's like, hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? So
no, I understand.
Right. So you see, it doesn't matter, because the universe, the way the universe is planned and has your thing, ain't none of us, not even you or that other person that you'll meet in the future, is ever gonna break that if it's meant to be. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If you don't mind me telling you, like my girlfriend, like I met her years before we got together, and I kind of was like hesitant to talk to her. And I waited for a long time, and I was just like, and then all of a sudden, one day we just kind of like started talking because we were at the same place at the same time. So you never know, you never know what can happen. That's why it's always good to get out. And, you know.
Yes, I do. I do get out. I realize that.
And I'm telling you that because, you know, I felt led, the Spirit felt led to, I felt led because the Spirit was saying that, you know, that's, you know, there's just, you can pray and you can do all these things, you know what I mean? But I will say that you will go through some stuff, and you might feel a little disappointed at first, but I do see somebody, and that's really cool. And I see somebody ahead down the line, maybe a year, maybe 6 months.
Okay.
What's really weird is that, you see, I'm telling you, this is so crazy. The Spirit is showing me this. Remember how I said you never know how you can meet? The Spirit is showing me that you might get into an argument with this person.
Okay.
And I don't mean to laugh, but that is kind of funny because you think, man, why would you want to argue with somebody that you kind of like, you know? But it shows that you might get into a heated discussion and maybe be a little.
I can be pretty strong-willed. Sometimes,
well, that's good.
You know.
No, that's good in this situation right here, because the fact that the person might be attracted to you because of that. And at first they might probably not like you, but then they see how you are, and they're like, "Oh man, I got to talk to this girl again." You know what I mean? So that's what and it's very. You know what? I never had a reading like this where the Spirit showed me this, because this is. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of makes me shy to tell you these things because it's very descriptive, and but I like the fact that they're showing that somebody is coming soon. And you have, I pulled a few cards because you got the Lover's card and then you have Success. But before the Lover's card, it shows a little tiny, maybe a disagreement or a dispute or a quarrel. And if you ask me, that sounds kind of like almost romantic. You know what I mean? So look out for that. Look out for. Definitely look out for that. Yeah, definitely look out for that. But they're saying that it's gonna. What? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say two things. This was a long time ago, but when I met my husband, who's passed away many years ago,
I'm so sorry.
I didn't like him. Thank you. I didn't like him at first. And I just, I just like didn't want to talk to him, and then one day we were just in the same place, and I just saw him for what he was, and then and that's interesting that you said that. And then the other thing
well, see, now the tables are going to turn the other way. Maybe that person's going to be like, oh, I don't like her, and then all of a sudden you say something, and they're going to be like, well, maybe I'll have some coffee with her.
Is this somebody that can you tell? Is this somebody that I already know, or somebody that I will?
Well, it's funny. That could be, that might be that, because of the fact that before the Lover's card comes out, it shows you a card that shows quarreling. So you can't possibly have a connection like that unless maybe, you never know. Like I said, it could be, it could, maybe not. But I'll tell you what, though. I'm going to search further. The person is very creative and
nice.
is going to cause a lot of changes in your life. But at the same time, the person is like you. Like, very strong. Like, I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you something that's really funny. You know how they have a lot of counselors, right, for couples, and they're like, oh, it's really unhealthy. It's unhealthy to argue but you know what's something was telling me, that you guys are like kind of debaters. Like, you're gonna always be, not in a negative way though. It doesn't have to be negative. It could be. It could be. You guys could be having a debate about coffee creamer. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, oh, I don't like. Oh, why do you like that? Oh, you always choose that. So it could be stuff like that. But the reason why I'm bringing it up is because I was about to say that could be, believe it or not, an attribute in your relationship that causes you guys to really, really stick together. It's some people call it passion. Some people call it passion. They'll say, oh, you guys kind of like little argue all the time, but you guys are very passionate about each other, And I just know that because I've experienced that before,
Okay, I see.
So that's something to look forward to,
All right, that's interesting. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
No problem.
Nice.
What did you feel like? What I said helped you?
I think so. You just never know. I do get out there. I meet a lot of people. I'm not
good.
I'm not attracted to many people in terms of somebody that I want to be with, but I do things, and I'm pretty active.
Well, being that you said that means that it could be coming around the corner. It could be down. It could be 3 months away. It could be, a couple months away. So just keep doing what you're doing. Keep like I said, keep doing what you're doing. Don't give up.
Well,
don't give up, because you'll be so close.
I do feel that I just do need to keep what I'm doing, which are things that I like, I enjoy. And, like I said, I do meet a lot of people. And maybe one day I'm going to turn around and, meet somebody that I might be attracted
to. Bump into them.
Yeah.
Spill their coffee. Then get mad at you. And then all of a sudden, next week, you guys are married. You never know, right?
Yeah, that's true. Well, I've been very fortunate.
To tell people.
I have, had two really special relationships, and I definitely would like to be with somebody at this point in my life. Not be alone. I don't know if that's going to happen. It could not happen, but I do think that it will. somewhere, somehow. So I'll keep,
well, if that's what
I'll
you
keep
want,
going out.
If that's what you want, and you keep going in the feeling of what you want, you keep going in the direction of what you want. That's called drawing those things to your life. Keep drawing those things because you'll get it. You'll get it. I'm telling you.
Okay, that's absolutely what I want. Yeah. Mhm. And I'm ready for it too.
I feel, Alonda, that you're going to be meeting somebody, but it's going to be either June, July, or August, and it feels like it's some type of spiritual event. That it would be like either at a church or a spiritual center, either a Christian church or metaphysical church or some type of spiritual center that puts on events. And it's going to happen in June, July, August. So I do feel you're going to meet somebody. He's dark complected. He has short dark hair and dark eyes, and he's medium built and medium height. And it's going to happen around that time because I think it's something that you see on the internet or listed in a paper that you pick up, a publication, and you should go.
Okay.
So I do feel you will, meet somebody because you've been married once, and I feel you were married for a long time, and it does look like that you, within 3 years, may be getting remarried.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Yeah. So this is a relationship that's coming up for you that is going to lead to marriage.
Okay, it sounds great. I hope he dances.
Yeah, I think he will.
Good. Well, that's great. Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I was actually looking at some different things just recently in the paper, and considering going to a couple of different things that I don't normally go to. I'm very spiritual, but I don't normally go to like psychic fairs and things like that. Which I'm thinking I might, look into transcendental meditation or something else.
There you go.
Reiki. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with a little new things in your life to,
True.
maybe spark up.
Yeah. I have a lot of interests. I just have to put them all together, and not do my same old things. So, okay. Well, thanks. You've been very helpful. I appreciate it, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that you will meet somebody because it just feels that you're meant to have a partner. And
I agree. I agree.
And I feel that you were happy when you were married, so it looks like you're going to find happiness again.
Yeah, I do need to, care for somebody. It's important for me, to love somebody. So
yeah.
All right. Well, great. Yeah.
And Cris, how can Yolanda get in contact with you?
Huh?
Hello?
I think. Yeah, I'm here. I think she's talking to you.
What did you say?
I was asking how Yolanda could get in contact with you.
I didn't understand what you were saying. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If you want another reading, or if you would like to have chakra cleansing or healing, and anything, if you have something that you want removed from your life, your body, let me know, and you could call me at 562-513-8078.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And thank you for calling the Psychic Horizon Show. I wanted to thank Cris Blakk for being a guest in the Psychic Horizon show. For those of you who are in Southern California, please come to the fair. We'd love to meet you in person. Tell us you heard about us on Blog Talk Radio. And so I'm thanking Cris Blakk for being a guest. I will have him back. And I want to thank Tiffany Whitesage. And I want to thank Tiffany Whitesage Woman for producing the Psychic Horizon show, and all the guests who participate in the Psychic Horizon show. And I'm going to be on Facebook Live at 12 p.m. Pacific time and 3 o'clock Eastern time, doing free psychic readings. Go to Psychic Shelley Hofberg, my page, if you would like to get a free psychic reading. And thank everybody for being on the show. Thank you for being on the show, Cris, and I look forward to meeting you on the 15th.
Thank you, Shelley.
You're welcome. Have a good day, dear. Have a good day, everyone. Thank you.
Take care.